Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Full Potential Show. I'm James Rick. This is your number one non-boring source for personal development. And today on the line, on the Skype line, we have Lucy Macara. And her last name is tricky. There's an H-E-R at the end, which you don't hear. She's a well-known expert on work-life balance, is a speaker and coach, and co-author, you're going to love this, of The Real Secret. What to do when the universe hasn't delivered. Lucy Macara. You can learn more about her at lucymacara.com. That's LucyMcCarraher.com. She's given numerous talks, radio and TV interviews, featured in magazine and newspaper articles in Australia, where she has worked as a magazine book editor, print screen journalist, and television presenter. And Lucy, with a title like The Real Secret, you are not afraid of controversy, are you?
No, that's right. No, we have a little bit to say in The Real Secret about what we think about some aspects of the law of attraction and what other people say about how you can raise your happiness and what you should do to be happy. We say that we have the real secret, which is no secret in many ways. It's something we all know. We call our book simple, sensible, and scientifically supported, because there's nothing that we talk about in the book that we can't say hasn't been researched, hasn't been proved, hasn't got good evidence behind it.
But it's not always something people want to hear, is it?
No, that's right. Well, I mean, we think that the problem with the law of attraction is it is so attractive because in many ways it can make people think that all they have to do is sit and feel and imagine and visualize all the things that they want, and they will just come floating down through the cosmos towards them. But
you mean
sadly,
that hasn't worked for you? I mean, I've had lots of, in fact, there's stuff floating down through my ceiling right now. Hold on a minute. I have to... Okay, maybe I'm kidding. I mean, you're absolutely right. I think that the secret is a big lie, and it doesn't give the whole story.
No, I mean, there are lots of things that we say and The Secret says that are similar. Like we say positive thinking is a very good thing. We say forgiveness is a very good thing. We say gratitude is a very good thing. But then we give the scientific reasons in terms of neuroscience and psychology, positive psychology behind that. We know why those things work. And it's not because you're just emoting these things into the universe and expecting something for it.
Right.
It's because if you work on these things, and what we're also saying the real secret is it's simple, because the brain is a very complicated instrument, but like a car or a PC, it's actually you can drive it with very simple controls, and there are some very simple things you can do which have been shown to raise your happiness set point.
Yeah.
So if you know what these things are and you focus on them and you turn them into habits, they will become part of your emotional and mental behavior, and you won't have to think about them anymore. So what we say in The Real Secret is take any of the areas that we talk about, work on 4 or 5 very simple habits for 3 weeks to a month. And by just doing those things, you will actually be raising your happiness set point and embedding these activities as habits, happiness habits we call them, so that you will simply become naturally that way inclined.
Now,
it changes your brain pattern.
I'm a huge believer of habits and routines, because after a while, you don't even have to think about them. They just kind of become a part of your life. And that's how we are where we are today. We have habits already. So anybody who's out there, listening or watching, and they're saying, I don't have time for more habit forming. Well, you're carrying a bunch of them already. So just replace some of the bad ones with some that you suggest. So let's dive in and let's talk about some of the habits that you, as you recommend, that can raise the happiness set point and are scientifically backed.
Well, a very, very simple one is simply just to smile. Now, I mean, it sounds so simple, it's almost ridiculous. And we think of smiling as something we do in response to a pleasant experience or something that amuses us. But actually, the very act of smiling activates pleasure centers in your brain. And physical thing that you can do is learn to breathe in a way that reduces stress and anxiety, because it turns off your fight or flight.
Okay, so we're smiling, we're breathing deep. What's next?
Well, then we move into some areas like we're talking about sort of things like gratitude and forgiveness and things like that. One very simple thing you can do is to be kind to people.